clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. From the belt, kicks and deals. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. It's now a 6-5 ball game.
4th RBI of the game. The go-ahead run, he just drove it in right there. He's feeling pretty good about his game right now.
Digging in once again, Will Myers. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. 2 down, runners at first and second. Out in front as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Padres 6 and the Indians 5. Ready for another chance? Michael McHenry. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
McHenry.
Hey, one away.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Berg comes up with it on to first, and there are 2 down. Digging in and looking for more, Jason Kipnis. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Berg gloves it, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Ready once again. Flash Berg. Great game for him so far. 4 hits, including a couple of home runs. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Naquin ranging back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. This game remains tied at 6. Striding in once again, Flash Berg. He's got an opportunity here in a bases loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's now an 8-6 game.
What a great feeling. Extra inning game to drive in 2 runs, and now let's see if they can close it out with the pitching.
Now in the box, Will Myers. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Myers.
Hey, no one better. Need you right here.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Now Myers, a drive. This is to deep left field. Onto the home run porch and gone. Will Myers has just clubbed a milestone home run of sorts. It's the 100th of his career.
Well, obviously, it's not easy hitting home runs, Matt, especially at this level. 100 home runs is nothing to scoff at, so I'm sure he'll be proud of this accomplishment when he gets to really think about it after a game, and you know he'll want that ball to hold on to.
Standing in, Roberto Tejeda.
Number 13.
A runner at first with no outs here.
Hey, no outs now, none.
To third for Johnson. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
11-6 the final score in this ball game. The Padres wrap out 19 hits. Josh Edgin wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
The final line score of our ball game tonight for the victorious San Diego Padres.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Corey Kluber gets the ball for the Indians in this one. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, his last outing, Matt, he pitched into the 6th inning, but he just couldn't get out of it. Ran out of gas. I think early on he's strong in games, but in this particular ball game, what am I looking for? Can he get past the 6th and maybe carry this game through and get a W?
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap, but that'll be off the wall in right center. Tierney rounds third and is digging for the plate, and a relay to the plate, and they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Yeah, he's not fooling anybody so far, Matt. Like you said, that's the 2nd double he's given up here, and if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
Here's Will Myers. Lifetime against Corey Kluber. He's 1 for 2.
Will Myers.
Stay hot. Here you go.
One out and a runner on second base. And that's through into left, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Well, that's the 6th game he's hit in. He's swinging the bat pretty good now. That's a 6-game streak. You got to start somewhere. Pay attention, people. He's getting hot.
Ready now, Yonhervis Solarte. And the home away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the 2nd out of the inning.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Now batting, Flash Berg, and he's the reigning recipient of the National League's Player of the Month award.
Hey, try that pitch, huh? Here you go.
Here comes the first pitch. Shoots this one over to first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Padres down in order, but they lead it 3-0. Stepping into the box, Flash Berg. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Naquin racing back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. And that is home run number 63 on the year as this lead got even wider.
A grand slam off the first batter he sees. Clearly that's not how they drew it up. They're hoping he might be able to get a ground ball right there or something, maybe get an out. But a grand slam, where do they turn now?
Here's Michael Brantley. Second at bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first.
Brantley.
Yeah, we got one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Berg ranges to his left. Throw in time at first for route number 2. Digging in the switch hitter, Flash Berg. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double.
Berg.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Naquin racing back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall.
Well, that's a nice base hit right there, and he is so close to having a cycle. He's one thing short, and the toughest one of them all, the triple. Looks like he's gonna get another at bat. Let's see if he's able to pull it off.
At the plate, Will Myers. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
Hey, one time right now.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Brantley is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Into the box now, Yonhervis Solarte. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Swing and a little blooper to center. Lindor onto the grass. 2 gone. Settling in now, Zach Cozart. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Slapped hard the opposite way into a slide, and he makes a great catch to retire the side. And he's got one grateful pitcher after this one. A beautiful sliding catch for the 3rd out. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Stepping in, Flash Berg, and he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So it's an inning opening single to kick off their half of the 7th.
Well, how about that for a 4-hit game? He homered earlier. Now he picks up his 4th hit of the game. Wow, he's having a tremendous game.
Now at the plate, Will Myers. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point.
Myers.
Tries to dump this one out to left. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
2 strikes, and he hits it in the left field. You couldn't hit a sand wedge better than that ball was placed right there.
In now, Yonhervis Solarte. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest.
Yonhervis Solarte.
Shoot up and drive it, huh?
Push to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. Berg rounds the corner and is headed home, and not in time as the run scores.
Well, Matt, that ball wasn't hit very hard. 2 strikes. You're just trying to battle, put the ball in play, and he gets a bonus when you drive in the run as well. So I love that at bat.
Now at the plate, Flash Berg. He's been hot in this one. 4 hits, including a homer and a double. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Naquin racing back. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Well, the die was cast in the 3rd inning when they posted a bunch of runs. After that, they did everything they had to just to wrap up this victory.
12-2 the final score in this ball game. San Diego cash in with 21 hits en route to victory. Jeremy Hellickson earns his 6th winning decision in this one. We've got baseball for you this afternoon from Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Cleveland Indians. It's interleague baseball. Next on the show, Danny Salazar, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, when I look at his pitching line, the thing I look at is his whip. He's just below league average, so he's not allowing a lot of traffic on the base paths, and he's keeping his team in the games. If he gets a big break early on, he may run away with it, hold on to the lead, and win this game.
So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Matt, my man, Rusty Valentine. I just like saying the name, Rusty Valentine. Okay, I'm supposed to talk about what he calls. Look, he's a little accurate on the corners. He's not going to give you much, but he's accurate. But if you go up and down, you might get some calls.
And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on? So striding in, Brandon Geyer is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. Berg fields it cleanly, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Padres. And these guys have the fewest errors in the National League. I love watching them play. They get along well, and you can see that.
Now to the plate, Flash Berg, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Hey, your pitch. All right, take a rip here.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Squared that one up just a little late.
This is a big at bat. You're down 2 right here, and they're sitting with runners in scoring position. Put the ball in play. He's got to pick up something. Just keep the chain moving. This is a big at bat.
Hit sharply on the ground. And that's through into right field for a base hit. In to score, the runner from third. Onto the shortstop covering, and he dropped the ball.
Man, if I was on the mound, I would not let this guy hurt me. He's been tearing the cover off the ball the entire series, and he drives 2 more in right here.
He is definitely a man on a mission, and he's making a huge impact. Here's Will Myers. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Runner at second here with 1 man out.
Hey, get the pitch and drive it, huh? Lasers all day.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him. He comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
The batter, third baseman.
Coming to the plate now, Yohannes Solarte. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Ground ball left side. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Nice hustle right there. Great 90.
Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Shortstop, Zach Cozart.
Runners on first and third, 2 away.
Let's go right here.
And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Stepping up now, Flash Berg. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Berg.
First pitch on its way. Lofted in the air out to right field. Geyer moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. It's fair to say that early on, at least, the runs have come in bunches here this afternoon. A high-scoring affair thus far, and we're only in the 5th inning.
Leading off with a Tribe, the shortstop,
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he reaches up and sends it on the ground to second. Berg is up with it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. At the plate, Brandon Guyer. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
Guyer.
Here we go. 2 outs. Let's get out of here.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Right side hit hard. And this will get through into right. And he's aboard with a single. So on a full count pitch, he's able to get on base and keep the inning going.
You can't throw a ball.
Now at the plate, Flash
Number
Berg.
7. Second baseman, Flash Berg.
Swing and oh my. Hit him with the high. Whoa, give me a break. That landed in Heritage Park. So it's a solo shot to dead center, and that's home run number 64 on the season, and it's now 6-4.
I guess the pitchers haven't been talking in the dugout because it looks like they've learned nothing about it.
Here's Michael Brantley. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Both teams right now with 11 hits in the ballgame. On the ground up the middle, backhanded. He'll go to the bag for 1. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. So striding forward now, Flash Berg. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor. First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Guyer going back on it. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His second of the game as they grab an 8-7 lead in this seesaw game.
The crowd was hoping and praying he'd go down. Yeah, and that's just a punch to the gut of the home fans as they watch their team fall behind in the top of the 9th. Then they can't get it done at the bottom and come away with a loss.
A close one. 8-7 is how it finishes today. The San Diego Padres blasted 5 home runs en route to victory. Josh Edgin earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Rob Fisher closes.
A player is called to question by his manager on his base running of late. The manager has in fact called the player in to give him a vote of confidence. Having had a little fun with the young speedster, the manager strikes a jovial tone. He checks that the player understands what a green light means and doesn't mean. Even the best bag snatchers need to know when to exercise restraint. Satisfied that the player can be trusted with the responsibility, the manager grants him a standing green light to bolt.